Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is episode 17 of your NHL 20 franchise mode here with your Chicago Blackhawks. As in the last episode, we got through the offseason. Did a little bit of a change up with the team. I mean, lineups wise, we did a little bit of a change up. Of course, Jonathan Toews is playing now on the third line, but overall, otherwise, we haven't really done much with the team. We picked up Niklas Hjalmarsson in free agency to play alongside of Adam Boqvist, which was, I think, a huge decision and a good decision to make as well. We also re-signed Mattias Ekholm, but otherwise, but for that, we really didn't change very much about your Chicago Blackhawks. We practically kept everyone the same, as really, honestly, there wasn't very much to change about this team. It's been a great team. We didn't have very much cap space, of course, since Mikkel Boedker is taken up like $5 million down at depth-wise. So once we get to next year, if the cup, of course, doesn't come to us this year, then next year we're really going to be bolstering up the lineups. But the problem is we're having Duncan Keith, he's aging, Jonathan Toews, and also Patrick Kane. But we have a new young rising stars coming in the lineup. We have Dak, we have DeBrincat, we have Strome. So, honestly, this team is I'm happy to see this team is developing into a nice young team. And we're having some nice young players step in the lineup. Like a Hjalmarsson and Boqvist, they've been pretty solid. Mattias Ekholm and Sami Vatanen have been really good this year. We're hoping to see Kirby Dak step his shit up a little bit. He's been not doing so well his past 2 seasons in the NHL. But we're really hoping that this first line can get things going. As we've been winning a lot of games, we're starting to lose a couple now. But we're second place in the division, in the Central Division, which is a good place to be, I feel like. I'd rather be up in first place so we're not having to face one of the best teams in the division. I'd rather not face, like, Dallas again or something like that, because we all know Dallas kicked our ass. I think it was last playoffs. I'm pretty sure we got our asses whooped by them. So we really don't want to go up against them again in the playoffs. But that it is what it is. But this upcoming trade deadline, I'm planning on not really doing anything. I think the best bet is just keeping the team the way that it is, because we really can't do anything with this team. Like, honestly, there's nothing that we can really do for trade-wise to improve the depth. Maybe we could pick up some depth players that has no salary cap. Maybe that could be an option. But right now, it's practically just keeping the team basically what it is. So Jonathan Toews, he is back from injury, so we'll implement him back in lineup. That is a huge guy to see come back. I think we're actually going to let him rest for a couple more days, just so when we put him in the lineup, he's actually fully and healthy and ready to go. So we don't have to worry about him getting injured again, because I really don't want to see him getting injured again. Yeah, last year we lost to Dallas, so that's a big thing for me, is really don't want to face Dallas again in the playoffs, because they were a team that absolutely kicked our ass, offensively, everything, and they're in third place. So if we stay up in that first place position where we are right now, that is a perfect place to be. How well is Kirby Dak doing? 3 goals, 7 assists, 10 points. I think the way that Kirby Dak is as a player, he's not going to be our point-per-game player. He's going to be that chippy guy. But I feel like he's going to definitely be a really good role player. That's why I felt like he's a good player to throw there. We need Jonathan Toews back in the lineup. Finally, Jonathan Toews has been injured, riddled for the past 3 years now. This year, he starts off with another injury. Jonathan Toews, just for some reason, he cannot stay healthy, which has been a big problem. Captain Toews, yeah, he was injured, I'm pretty sure, late in the playoffs as well. I'm pretty sure against the Dallas Stars. We really need Jonathan Toews at full health. Jonathan Toews is a big player for the team. We really need him back at full health so we could go full force. We get a big W against the Montreal Canadiens. I'm hoping he doesn't get injured again, because, I mean, he's the captain of this team. He's the leader that really pushes us to the next step. And, oh, man, look at the wins that we're carrying in right now on a 7-game winning streak for the Chicago Blackhawks. 8, and it ends at 8 games in a row. This has been a great year for the Chicago Blackhawks. Really coming together as a squad. Hjalmarsson out with a broken nose. We'll just replace him. But wow, what a start to the season for your Chicago Blackhawks. Honestly, though, this has been a surprising start for the team. We were definitely not expecting the way that we are playing. 28-10-1, 56 points for Patty Kane. He's just having another lethal year once again. This man, how old is this man? 34 years old, something like that. 34 years old, still being a point per game. He's just been absolutely deadly every single year, and this year he's having another great year. Dylan Strome having a great year on that second line with Mikkel Granlund and Perlini. Dak has 20 points on the year. Nice job. DeBrincat also carrying in points. He has 37 on the year. John Davis comes right back in lineup. He has 19. David Prawn 17, and Nick Patan. Hopefully they can get shit going once again. Glenn Godden didn't really do his best on that line. I feel like depth-wise we can almost improve there better. But what can you do? Boedker, he is 31 points on the season. He is really coming at together this year. 39 points, 31 points, or 39 games, and with 39. Oh my God, cannot speak today. My tiredness is kicking me in the ass. In 39 games, he's had 31 points. It's a great way to start off the season for Adam Boedker. And Matt Murray, what a deadly! I think I forgot to throw on auto rotate goalie on, but I'll quickly turn that on. But Matt Murray, leading the league in wins and practically almost in save percentage too, but Darcy Kemper and Michael DiPietro are up there. Boedker is up in the top 10, so he's up in the top 10 of defenders in the league. And Patty Kane, he's second in the league for points and first, or tied for first with Connor McDavid for goal scoring. So what a year Patrick Kane is having once again. Another chance at a Maurice Rocket Richard. I mean, he's just deadly, man. No matter which way you put it, Patrick Kane is the best player in the game, I feel. Same with Connor McDavid and also Alexander Ovechkin, because I win a shit ton of. I've been doing a little bit of a franchise mode with the Washington Capitals. Man, does he ever carry in the awards. Anyways, but we're having a great. I don't think we need to change anything about this team. We're really good. We just finished off a 8-game winning streak, and then we went on another 3-gamer. So we just need to trust the team and get down to trade deadline and maybe make one big trade to really push this team to the next step. I feel like we could definitely try to work out something. I know we're not going to be able to trade anyone because Mikkel Boedker does want to leave the team. He sees his team as too much of a potential championship-winning team. Levinov, I'm liking the way that he's growing right now. 74 overall, should be a player that we could play in 1 to 2 years' time. But Mikkel Boedker's not going to want to fucking clear because he loves this team too much. We all know that. I mean, there's no way that he's just going to be like, yeah, I'll waive it. But a Hjalmarsson, I feel like he's going to be a nice shutdown defenseman for us, plus that +5. So he's already like an 85, 86 overall. So that puts him in a very good spot for a Hjalmarsson. So I'm not really too worried about a Hjalmarsson. But at the exact same time, I am, because I want to improve that defense core much more. But Adam Boedker, he's ripping in the points. So I feel like if we have a Hjalmarsson alongside Boedker, I feel like Adam Boedker can have a really good year. So if we can continue that. Sami Vatanen out with another injury, mild concussion, comes back on the 25th. So we'll get him right back in line up here soon. But if he keeps ripping up the way that he's been ripping up, he's going to pass his old season highs, which he's 6 points away, and he's only played 50 games on the year. So he's definitely looking for his season best this year, and that's been alongside of Hjalmarsson. So that is really good to see that with a new defensive partner. I think we definitely got to target a nice defensive defenseman when we come up to not trade deadline, maybe even trade deadline. I wouldn't mind doing that, looking for a nice defensive defenseman. But when we come up, oh goddamn it, he got injured again. What is it? Either trade deadline, we look for somebody, but we don't have the cap space unless we trade away Rasmus Anderson and have somebody retain a bunch of cap. I think it's going to be the way that it works. But in the end, we really don't want to for sure do that because, I don't know, we're going to have to figure shit out because we want to improve the defensive core for sure. I mean, we have a very old defensive core, so I wouldn't mind bringing in another young defenseman, but then you're trading away Rasmus Anderson. I don't know. It's going to be a really complicated trade deadline coming up because we want to improve the team, yes, but we don't want to sacrifice very much of our picks because of the fact that we're getting older and we're not going to be able to just go out to free agency and buy ourselves a bunch of players because we really don't got the money right now. Plus, we don't want to have another thing happen like we had with Mikkel Boedker where he totally just drops off the face of the earth. And then we're stuck with a fourth-line player paying him $5 million. That is a big trade. You see Veli Mackey going to New Jersey. So we want to make a nice trade to pick up a young defender to maybe play alongside Adam Bockwist to really shut things down, be a shutdown defender alongside a Bockwist. And that's what we want to bring into the team. So hopefully we can do that. We have 81 points. We're still in first place. We don't have the biggest first place gap, which not the nicest, because if we lose a couple games, then we're going to be facing the Dallas Stars. And that's not a position where we want to be in. We don't want to dip to the wild card games, because then we're going to be facing one of the best teams in each of the divisions. So I want to stay up in that first place, because we don't want to be facing Dallas. Dallas has been our kryptonite the past couple of years. So, and I think that's what we got to bolster up for, is the Dallas Stars. Okay, so we're tied with the Dallas Stars for first place right now. We're here at trade deadline, 41-20-3. Struggled a little bit this month, but that is okay. I'm not too worried about it. Patrick Kane, 83 points on the season. He's probably going to hit 100 by the ending. Adam Bockwist, 53, passing his all-time. This is his all-time season high. He's just improving every single year, getting better and better every single year. And Adam Bockwist is he's our top 2 defenseman, man. The Brinket, playing good to Kirby Dach, 38 points on the season. I'm pretty sure that's his season high. I think he's only going to maybe get 50 points. I feel like he's definitely going to be like a Jonathan Toews sort of type. Might get 80 points, but most of his career is going to be like mostly a 50, 60 point guy, which I don't mind him being that. If he be's a nice defensive guy for the team, I think Kirby Dach's going to be a huge player for the Chicago Blackhawks. Anyways, I like the offensive side of things. I mean, take a look at the fucking power play. Kane, Strom, DeBrincat, all these guys are ripping it up on the power play. So that's really nice to see. And on defense, we got Bockwist, Vatanen, Mattias Ekholm, Duncan Keith. Hjalmarsson's been playing really well alongside of Bockwist. But we want to improve the team a bit. So Matt Murray, 36-16. He is having a stellar year. Last year, he struggled. And this year, he stepped back up as the starting goaltender for the team. As I think this was his contract year. No, we just locked up Matt Murray, right? I was a little skeptical on doing that, man. I was like really worried that he was gonna be like a total fucking bust and not work out for us. But that's good that we don't have to worry about goaltending for a bit with Matt Murray. But we want to look for a trade for your Chicago Blackhawks, because Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Wow, that is a big guy, big player. I don't know, man. That's a decision we'll have to come back on. Pasternak? The fuck? Jesus, boys. Pasternak as well, who's been out with an injury most of the season. Travis Hamonic. I mean, that's not very much of an improvement, but a bit. We want like more of a top 2 defenseman. But that's where... But Oliver Ekman-Larsson's an offensive defenseman, which is kind of a... Ooh, what the fuck, man? Seth fucking Jones? And Ryan Murray? Oh, boys. Seth Jones, bro. Seth Jones would, honestly, you get that nice top 2 defenseman, which we need. We need a top 2 defenseman. No matter which way you put it, Matt Dumpa, $6 million, who's cheaper and on his last year of his contract. And at an 88 overall. And he could fucking hit. He's a nice defensive pickup. Matt Dumpa. So you're either picking Matt Dumpa or Seth Jones. I think whoever is the youngest we go after. Whoever can play for the team for the longest. Matt Dumpa, you're getting him on a year contract. You're going to have to sign him. Seth Jones, you have him locked up already for a couple years. So you really don't have to worry about Seth Jones. Because you know Matt Dumpa is going to be expensive as fuck this upcoming offseason. But Seth Jones, that's a nice defenseman. Nice lockdown defender. I feel like Seth Jones would be absolutely deadly. But that's a lot of value that we would be having to pay up. Right? So, how old is Seth Jones now? How old is the man? 28 years old. He's up there, but that's a nice guy that's going to be able to play with you for a couple of years. Matt Dumpa is also 28. Matt Dumpa is also a bit more physical and a lot more defensive, which I like. He could still carry in the points, which is nice. And I feel like, yeah, I like Matt Dumpa a lot better because of the fact that he's only on a year contract. It's a little bit of a cheaper deal, so that can work for us for right now. Plus, we're going to be able to afford him next year because of the fact that we're getting multiple players off of contracts like Kane and Toews. We're also getting Boedker off the books. So we're in a good position right now to get him on the team. Now, who do we trade? I think Rasmus Anderson's the first guy to go. We have to get rid of Rasmus Anderson. And I don't want to trade away Levanov because Levanov's the future of the team right now. And we do not need to trade away this guy. So I feel like A2 Ratu, I know he's one of our big offensive prospects, and 2 first-round draft picks for the man, Matt Dumpa. Now, yes, that does not fit with our cap. We're not retaining his. We will retain a bunch of Dumpa's cap, which means we're probably going to have to pay a bit more, so a bit more prospects to pick up Matt Dumpa. But this man really solidifies the defensive core no matter which way you put it, right? This guy will shut down the defensive core, make us way better. Will it go through? No, it does not. Still way off. Okay, what can we throw into this deal? What do we got for rookie goaltenders? Do we got anybody big? Danny Diaksher, but that's not going to make it big enough to go after Matt Dumpa. Nope. Okay, so we're going to have to lower it just... Oh, we can't even really lower it before... Yeah, fuck me, man. I hate that we have so many fucking players on our goddamn contracts, man. Stephen Call. Will that work? No. Okay, it's going to have to be Levanov or nothing. Or we do 3 years of first-round draft picks. But are we really willing to sacrifice our future for 3 years of first-round draft picks and A2 Ratu and Rasmus Anderson? I don't feel comfortable doing that. I feel like we could go after Matt Dumpa on free agency. I feel like that's going to be a better risk for us. But we do need to improve defensively. That is a thing that we do need to improve upon. But I feel like this year is just... we need to go hard this year. I feel like we definitely need to go all out this year. And get somebody fucking big for the team. That's the fucking problem. Who do you go after when you have nobody to trade? Because we really can't trade away anybody. You're really kind of stuck right now because you can't really trade away Kane or Toews. DeBrincat, Strome, or Stain. You can't trade away Keith. Ekholm, you can't trade away. You can't trade away Boedker, Perlini, Vatanen, Hjalmarsson, Perron, yeah, the only 2 guys who you can fucking possibly trade away is Nick Patan and Rasmus Anderson. But then yet you're risking kind of your future of your squad. But then with a trade with Matt Dumpa, you pick up Matt Dumpa, but you would have to trade at least like 3 years of first-round fucking draft picks. Which I really don't want to fucking do. Yeah, we just got to stay with the team, boys. We just got to stay with who we have because, honestly, we can't really do anything. Now, next year, we're definitely going to make a trade like that to pick up a nice defender or, in free agency, pick up a top 2 defender to play alongside of Adam Boedker. But for right now, we're going to have to stay with who we have. We really can't make any big deals. We're just going to have to trust with the team that we have and just go with the flow. So hopefully we could get back up in first place. And yes, we do with 2 big wins and a big loss against the Dallas Stars. And a loss against the Winnipeg Jets. And Dylan Strome's out of lineup with an MCL sprain. So we're practically just going to wait until the fucking playoffs come around to put him back in the lineup. I think that's going to be our best bet with him. Oh my god, we're just going to hit this fucking team with best lines. Fucking hit it with that because right now it is looking a bit rough. We're gonna get Levanov back in this bitch, and see with Vladimir Levanov, I didn't want to trade him away because he's another big time defenseman. I wanted to have a nice like Dumpa, Boedker, Levanov, and then Sami Vatanen if he's still with the team or some other right-handed defender, right? So it's definitely going to be a big offseason this upcoming offseason, but I want to win the cup this year because of the fact that Toews, Kane, they're getting older. They're not going to be as much as caliber as they were this year. That's the thing that really pisses me off, that Boedker was being that much of a dick to hold the team up, because if we didn't have fucking Boedker on the team, we would have been able to sign a good defender, and we would have been able to make the defensive core a lot better than what it is right now, because it could be 100 times fucking better than what it is. And that's the thing that really pisses me off. Adam Boedker has been having a stellar year alongside Hjalmarsson, but we could have signed a way better defender to play alongside of him. So we need to throw Levanov. That's what I've been trying to do. I just fucking getting sidetracked. So we'll throw Levanov back in the lineup, get him in, and we'll keep on going with the simulation, ladies and gents. So we're still in first place, which is a good place to be right now. We got the Stars a couple points back, and same with the Winnipeg Jets. We're not facing the Dallas Stars. We're not really facing any divisional teams, but we still need to carry in some big W's right now for the Chicago Blackhawks. So we clinched that victory there, shootout. Shootout loss and a big victory. Oh, we did face the Dallas Stars and we got a big victory. We lost against the Jets, so it's going to be a tight race for the first place. And we really need to fucking win it right now. We're not putting him back in. I know this is a tight race right now. Oh, big 10-3. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's a huge win right there. Oh, you got to be joking me. Mikkel Boedker out of the lineup, boys, with a concussion. That is not good. He's been a huge player for the team this year. He's really been stepping it up, and he gets absolutely decked with a huge injury. That is not what we want to see as a team. That is going to hurt us big time, but Mikkel Boedker, you're going to have to step up, buddy. You're going to have to step up, Boedker. It's your time to shine. So DeBrincat, he'll go up to the top, and then we're going to throw Boedker. He's going to get his big time. He's going to get his big time to shine, boys. DeBrincat, you're going to go right back up there. And then Perlini, Dak, and Patan. We're going to throw Patan on there. And there we go. We should be all good to go. Glenn Godwin, yeah, he could play there. So Dylan Strom's back in lineup. Come on, boys. We cannot... I guess we're going to be facing the Jets. Oh, fuck me, guys. Stop getting injuries, boys. Fuck, man. Injuries after injuries, and we're going to be facing the Winnipeg Jets as we were not able to pull in the divisional lead. Wow, what a season. Patty Kane, another lethal year. 66 goals, 50 points, 116 points. What a season by Patty Kane, my boy. Look at this, man. That's a season high right there. That's his career high by Patrick Kane. What a year by this man. Mikael Granlund as well. He had a ridiculous year, 85 points. That's his career high as well. What a year by Mikael Granlund. What a fucking steal of a pickup he was. DeBrincat, 84 points. Strome, 71. Kirby Dak, 57. He had a great year. Jonathan Toews had 44 points. Perron, 41. Patan, 23. Not too shabby, boys. Not too shabby. I like the way that we played. 46 points on the power play. What a year. Boqvist, 71 points. This man is a god. What a year by Boqvist. I mean, if we were to pick up fucking Hajar Dampa, man, this defense core would be looking scary as fuck right now, but we were not able to bring him onto the team. Anyways, let's look at the entire league. Matt Murray, he is second place in wins. He's definitely not going to win the Vezina, but he had a hell of a year this year. Defensively, John Carlson, Adam Boqvist is up there, but it's definitely going to probably go to John Klingberg with a plus and minus of 45. That's scary as fuck to look at. And all skaters, Patrick Kane is winning your Art Ross. What a season by Patrick Kane, and is your Maurice Rocket Richard winner as well. Look at fucking Patrick Hornquist and Jacob. Jesus Christ. Anyways, Patrick Kane, what a season he had. 66 points. This was ripping shit up, man. It was absolutely deadly. And now in the first round of playoff action here for year 4, we're going to be going up against your Winnipeg Jets. This is going to be a big series. This is a team that we faced before in past years. And we kicked their ass, but this year they have fucking dropped a little bit. As their first line, you got Nikolai Ehlers, Mark Scheifele, and Patrick Laine. This is going to be a line that we're going to have to watch out for. I'm pretty sure the year that we faced the Winnipeg Jets was the year that we actually pushed for almost a Stanley Cup that year. Yeah, we've beat them in the second round, but we lost to the San Jose Sharks in the third. But the second line is not, it's a meh. It's meh. What else can I say about this line? How well did this guy do this year? 30 points for him. Jean-Gabriel Pageau, 41. Yeah, they're meh. Paul Byron, Jack Roslovich, and Blake Wheeler. Blake Wheeler, he's going to be he's a scary fucking dude. 74 points, so we got to watch out for him. And a nice fourth line, but defensively, man, they only got Sami Niku and Adam Larson, and then Neil Pionk, Dylan DeMello. So they're a little scary defensively, but Connor Halabuik is their starting goaltender, so we got to be careful of the Winnipeg Jets, but that's the team we're going to be facing in the first round of playoff action here in 2023. So make sure to like and subscribe, guys. Tune in to the next episode. We're going to be facing off against the Winnipeg Jets. It should be a fun series. But for right now, guys, I'm going to sign off, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios, amigo.